Hey guys, this is Hamza, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how you guys can start investing in real estate from scratch, and specifically how you guys can buy your first investment property. So consider this video a step-by-step guide to walk you through how you can start investing in real estate. Purchasing your first rental property is a big step, whether you are an investor or a first-time home buyer. If you're just getting started, the chances are this is probably the largest asset you have bought to date. Now, we all know real estate is a great way to make passive income, but it takes time to master the art of making it completely passive. But before you become a real estate mogul, there are a few things you should know about. So in this video, what I am going to talk about is how to find the right piece of real estate, how to arrange for the financing, how to then look for good tenants, and then manage those tenants as well. So if you guys have been thinking about getting into the real estate space and buying your first piece of property but feel intimidated, I'm here to tell you that it's fairly simple. Don't feel that way at all. I'm here to tell you that it's a fairly simple process if you take some of the things that I talk about in this video and implement them. But before we get started, remember to hit the subscribe button, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and hit that notification bell so you guys are notified when my next video is out. And with that, let's get into the video. Step 1, know your end goal. Now, I talk about this with a lot of people who want to get started and invest in real estate. And the first thing I tell them is you should always have expectations that are realistic. You have to know what your end goal is and by when you plan on retiring. For some people, generating passive income is more important than for other people, which means they will work harder to get to that goal fairly quickly. That doesn't have to be the case for everyone. Some people want to retire a little later in life. They want that passive income to come a little later in life, which is also okay. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you guys are interested in generating that passive income, which means you guys are interested in investing in real estate and have it generate side income, whether you're trying to add income to your existing income using real estate, or whether you are using real estate as a means to generate your entire income. Here are some things to take into consideration when thinking about your strategy. Question number 1. How soon do you plan on retiring, and what are your current monthly expenses? Question number 2. Do you have any retirement income sources? Question number 3. How much money are you truly looking to invest in real estate? Question number 4. Do you need immediate cash flow, or are you willing to wait a little bit until you get it? Question number 5. How much are you willing to diversify in your real estate portfolio? Meaning, are you only looking at homes? Are you only looking at commercial real estate? Or is it okay for you guys to look at multiple asset classes? Now, once you've answered all those questions, you should have a fairly good idea as to what your end goal is looking like. And based off of that information, you can now move to step 2. Get advice from other landlords. And I believe this is a very important step and you should not skip it. I personally started investing in real estate 6 years ago here in America and made a lot of mistakes that could have been avoided had I just surrounded myself with other landlords and asked the questions. It may seem like a fairly important step, but you do need to take your time and talk to other landlords either in the area or in your same asset class so that you get a better idea of what buying, selling, and managing that type of real estate is, and what the issues and opportunities are with that type of investment. Now, once you've done that, you then move into step 3. Select a low-cost home as your first investment property. And the reason I say low-cost home is most people, when they want to start investing in real estate, their first investment is usually a single-family home or a condo of some sort. Now, there is a very important reason I said low-cost home. Most people start investing in real estate, believe it or not, via residential real estate, meaning single-family homes. Single-family home is an excellent starter to get you learning about real estate investing before you make your move onto other asset classes. Single-family homes are also considered very low risk if you remain in a very good price point. Let me give you guys an example. For us here in Houston, Texas, if you want to stay in the safe zone, any home below $180,000 is considered a good investment. Now, usually what you can get for that is a single-story, 3-bed, 2-bath, 70s construction, pitched roof house. That'll rent for anywhere between $1,400 to $1,700 a month. Once you've identified an area and a property that you're now comfortable investing in, it is time to move to step 4. Save for the down payment. Now, of course, there are many ways and many programs you can use in order to buy a property with very little money. But for anyone looking to invest in real estate, I always highly recommend that you put at least 20% down. Now, the reason I recommend that you put 20% down is because this is something you can do consistently and buy more properties. I think the current limit on buying homes with a 20% down and a conventional mortgage is you can buy up to 10 homes. And that really should be your goal. If you're looking to start investing in real estate, I think 10 homes is a great start. This then brings us to step 5. Know your expenses. It's extremely important that you know the expenses of your rental property. Expenses may include your mortgage payment, insurance, utilities if you are paying them as the landlord, and any maintenance or other expenses that you need to be aware about. Now over here, I highly suggest that you keep 1 month's rent in the account as a rainy day fund for any expenses that may come up for maintenance and any other expenses that may come out as a surprise. Step 6, please get pre-qualified. I would actually put this as step 1, but since you guys are investors, I want you to go through the due diligence process before you get pre-qualified, just to make sure that this is something that you want to pursue. For pre-qualification, there's a set of standard guidelines that you need to meet, such as, of course, you need a reasonably good credit score. I'd say anything above 640 qualifies. You will also need to show 2 years of tax returns, and that's pretty standard in getting a loan these days. There are some other requirements which you can look into when getting pre-qualified. And of course, remember to talk to your lender and explain your full situation to them so that they can work with you and there are no surprises right before closing. Step 7 is extremely important and must not be skipped. Build your own team. Your team must include a property manager, a real estate agent or broker, a lender, a home inspector, and an insurance agent. Having these people on your team will save you a lot of work and will help you grow your network so that when you look at future investment properties, you will already have this team that you can use again. So it's an upfront effort. It doesn't cost you anything to build a team, but it is time well spent. Step 8 is to always get an appraisal. Now, if you're taking money from the bank, chances are that the bank will require an appraisal for the property. And that is just making sure that you are paying what you're supposed to pay or less than what you're supposed to pay for that specific deal. I know of a lot of investors who buy properties cash and skip the appraisal process. In my case, even when I pay cash for my properties, I always get an appraisal. And this way, if the property appraises for lower than what I'm paying for it, I have something as leverage that I can hold against the seller of the property to maybe negotiate a better deal. Now, after you appraise the property and everything is looking good, it's time to move to the final step. The final step is making the offer. Remember guys, a lot of people here get trigger shy, will go through the entire due diligence and will not make the offer. In your cases, if the property looks good and everything checks out, please make an offer. Please do not hesitate in making a reasonable offer. If you know that a lowball offer is not gonna cut it and that you are gonna miss out on that deal, feel free to increase that offer by a little bit, because remember, the goal here is to generate passive income over time. And that is the true magic of investing in real estate. I really hope you guys learned something from this video, and I will see you guys next video.